Hello and welcome to our YouTube channel for Insurance Career Hub. So let's get started with one quick video for today. I'm taking a look at some of the questions that have been coming in. So I have one weird question that kind of popped right out at me. One of them was, what do you do with your lunch break? So that got me thinking of your typical lunch break in an insurance agency. So when you work in an insurance agency, sometimes your lunch break has to go on hold because you're on a call with a client, etc. Sometimes, you have to watch the front office while someone else takes their lunch. It's probably not always going to be exactly on the exact same time. But it got me thinking about one specific thing and how my lunch breaks were very different in almost every insurance agency I worked at. So the very first insurance agency I worked at, the lunch break was not memorable. Used to take some, microwave it, eat it, watch some Netflix maybe. However, the second insurance agency I worked at, that one, you could tell the kind of leadership that there was just by the lunch break. So for my lunch break, I was given an hour. Now, I was told, sometimes I'm going to ask you to take a 30-minute lunch instead of an hour. But by the same token, if you ever have to split 15 minutes early, don't worry about it. We're good here. You're good to go. And that to me stuck with me because most every other job I had before was take an hour lunch, that clock in, clock out on time, do exactly as you're told, and that's it. So that really stuck out to me. Fast forward to the next insurance agency I worked at. So in that insurance agency, because of the type of leadership that was in that insurance agency, I wasn't very comfortable really being there all the time. So I took literally every single minute of my lunch break, right? So I would clock out and start my timer. I'd go, grab something to eat, watch some Netflix, take like a 20-minute nap, 58 minutes, the alarm would go off. I'd sit up, I'd go in, and exactly at 1 hour, I'd clock back in. Well, apparently the boss did not like that, even though it's an hour I'm entitled to. He thought taking the 1 hour I was entitled to showed lack of motivation and that somehow this reflected poorly on me. So he wrote me up for taking my 1 hour lunch that I was entitled to, which is really weird to write someone up for something you specifically told them to do. Let's take a look at my next insurance agency I worked at. The next one I worked at, man, lunch could go by and I didn't even think twice about it. I was motivated. I loved working there. The boss was great. Every morning we would come in, he would tell us exactly what we're going to do. So the difference in leadership is some of them were bosses and others were leaders. Those leaders that I worked for, man, they made me want to go into work every single day. They made me not want to take lunch. I had to because, I got to take my lunch, right? I'm not going to just faint for not eating. But it's weird how one simple question about lunch can get you thinking about the different types of leaderships that an agency can have, right? So what kind of insurance agency leader do you want to be? Do you want to be the leader or do you want to be the boss? So think about how your potential employees are going to use their lunch break. Think about how they use it. Are they glad to be going to lunch? Like, oh, great, now I can finally go to lunch and get out of this place for a while. If so, the problem may not be the employee. It might be the leader. You never know. That's where, you have to sit down and have, that leadership talk with your employees, see what's going on, right? But other than that, I'll leave you with that to think about. What kind of leader do you want to be in your agency? Do you want to be a leader or do you want to be a boss? Leaders inspire. That's all I'll leave you with. So think about that when if you're in the process of starting your insurance agency or if you're in the process of already running your insurance agency, you have employees under you. Think about that. Just food for thought. All right. Subscribe and follow us for some more interesting content for insurance agents such as yourself. See you guys later.